Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Your favorite fishing buddy is back with another exciting forecast, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. We're talking about October 8th, 2025. And for all of us in the glorious Midwest of the United States, this day is shaping up to be an absolute stunner for getting those lines wet. Now, why is October 8th going to be so special? Well, friends, as we roll deeper into fall, the fish are in full-on feeding mode, preparing for the long winter ahead. We're looking at prime conditions for some serious action, so stick around because I've got the lowdown on where to go, what to use, and why the fish will be biting. First up, let's talk about some of our favorite fighters. Walleye, the autumn gold rush. My friends, walleye in October are a true trophy. They're on a mission to bulk up, meaning they're aggressively feeding. You'll want to target deeper structure where baitfish are congregating as water temperatures drop. Think about those main lake points, deep humps, and the edges of sharp breaks, especially near channels. For tackle, I'm reaching for my trusty jigging rod, a 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce jig, tipped with a 5 to 6 inch creek chub, or a large shiner minnow will be deadly. Why the big bait? Because the bait fish they're chasing have grown up all summer, and walleye aren't interested in tiny snacks right now. Vertical jigging or slow trolling with bottom bouncers will put that bait right in front of their noses. Remember, presentation is key. Keep it slow and subtle. A little trick. After landing a fish, always check for any crayfish or baitfish in its mouth. That'll tell you exactly what they're after. Smallmouth bass, bronze back brawlers. Fall is prime time for big smallmouth bass, especially in lakes like Lake St. Clair or the deeper sections of larger reservoirs.
These powerful fish are stacking on weight, and they'll be found patrolling rocky points, submerged humps, and deep water flats, often in less than 10 feet of water, where they can ambush schooling baitfish. My go-to here is a football head jig, around 3/8 to 1/2 ounce, rigged with a creature bait or a tube jig in crayfish or bluegill patterns. Why these colors? Because bluegills and crayfish are the main forage, and they develop vibrant colors in the fall. Another excellent option is a deep-diving crankbait or a jerkbait worked slowly along contours. Pay close attention to current seams in river systems, as smallmouth will stage there for easy meals. Steelhead and salmon, tributary titans. For those of you near the Great Lakes, tributaries, October 8th could be phenomenal for steelhead and the tail end of the salmon run. Steelhead will be moving into the rivers following the last of the salmon, eager to feast on their eggs and any dislodged baitfish. You'll find them in deeper runs, behind gravel beds and in current breaks. For these chrome beauties, a drift setup with an egg-imitating fly or a small spawn bag under a float is hard to beat. If you're a spinner or spoon fan, try casting smaller, brighter presentations into deeper pools. Fly anglers, swinging streamers that mimic baitfish can also be incredibly effective. Look for areas with good flow and oxygen, especially after any rain. Now let's break down the conditions for that on October 8th, 2025, in the Midwest. The weather window. Typically, early October in the Midwest brings a mix of crisp, cool mornings and mild afternoons. We're likely to see daytime temperatures hovering around the mid-60s Fahrenheit, dropping into the upper 40s overnight. Atmospheric pressure tends to be stable to gradually rising during this period, which is generally a good sign for fishing. Wind will probably be light to moderate, perhaps 10 to 11 miles per hour, likely from a westerly or northerly direction, pushing baitfish and creating good current breaks. Don't expect heavy rains, but scattered showers aren't out of the question. Why is this important? Stable pressure means happier fish, and those mild temperatures keep them active before the deep cold truly sets in. Water temperature. Trends. Water temperatures in the Great Lakes and larger inland bodies will be on a steady decline, generally ranging from the low 50s to the mid-60s Fahrenheit, depending on the specific lake and depth. This cooling trend, however, is exactly what triggers the fall feeding frenzy. As surface waters cool, the the thermocline begins to break down and oxygen levels equalize, allowing fish to move freely throughout the water column, but they'll often be concentrated near structure where they can find food. Pay attention to those deeper zones, but don't ignore shallow feeding flats during warmer parts of the day. The moon's influence. On October 8th, 2025, we'll be under a dual waning gibbous moon with about 93 to 97% illumination. This phase is just a day or two past the full moon, often referred to as the hunter's moon, which is traditionally a period of high fish activity. While the peak full moon bite might have tapered slightly, the fish are still going to be very active, especially during dawn and dusk. Many seasoned anglers believe a waning gibbous phase still offers excellent fishing, as the strong lunar pull continues to influence fish behavior and feeding patterns. Moderate tides on the Great Lakes will encourage baitfish movement, which in turn stimulates predatory fish. Overall fish activity. My friends, the general assessment for Wookie's October 8th, 2025 in the Midwest is a good to very good bite. We are right in the heart of the fall feeding binge. The cooling water temperatures are pushing fish to feed aggressively to build up fat reserves for winter. Walleye, smallmouth bass, muskie, and migratory salmon and trout will be highly active. Panfish, like crappie and bluegill, will also be schooled up and vulnerable. The key is to find the baitfish. Where the bait is, the predators will follow. Expect aggressive strikes and strong fights, especially during periods of stable weather. So there you have it, folks, my detailed forecast for October 8th, 2025. Get out there and enjoy one of the best times of the year for fishing. Don't forget your layered clothing, because those Midwest mornings can be chilly, but the fishing will be hot. I wish you all tight lines and screaming reels. Ni vosta, ni cheshwi. Before you head out, if you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. And tell me in the comments below, what are you hoping to catch on October 8th? What are your go-to fall baits? I love hearing your stories and tips.